Sharon M. Atkinson. I'm standing across the street from the address, my mailing and my physical address. It's an office space, commercial space. The current lease that expires September 30th, 2025 does not prohibit overnight stays here. No verbiage to that effect. Verbiage that lends to the effect that you can stay here overnight in that late hours, coming in after 8 o'clock, and you forgot your keys. You'll have to call the office if you don't have your keys on you, and they'll charge you money for it, whether that's the weekend or the weekday. And that's the verbiage that lends to, hey, overnight stay. On my lease, it says I could do so, but on the renewal lease, it prohibits me from overnight stays. And this is my only physical address. So, not much I can do about that. So I have to find another place to be. And so also I can't afford $200 extra on it because I'm 62 years old and I had to apply for Social Security retirement at age 62 because the job didn't materialize as I thought it would, and the business Macgyver of design has not taken flight. It's still very much on the ground or sub-zero, subterranean. It's no clients, no income, generating no traction. And so I had to apply for Social Security retirement way before I wanted to, only because other than that there is no income coming in for me. Across the street is 43 Columbia Street. That's the building. Down the block there's the post office, Bangor post office. And further up the block there is a Baptist church. All right, I'm going to go inside and just show a little of, yes, this is a 3-story building. Yeah, it's a 3-story building. It's an old building. It's mixed use. You have residents living here as well as some businesses in this building, 43 Columbia Street. I'm in 12A, that's the ground floor. Currently there are 2 businesses in this building. A little closer, that's 43 Columbia Street. And here I am, Sharon M. Atkinson, standing outside of the building. I am 62 years old, Jamaican woman, living in the United States. Came here when I was 6 years old. I did not apply for naturalization, so I'm not a citizen. I'm a permanent resident with holding a green card. And that is current and up to date. Although I think there are others who say it would be easier for you to leave. This way we can continue doing what we're doing without you protesting and making a fit that's not you. I'm being so exploited and I have nothing for myself. And I do actually enjoy marketing, business, creative work, and all that. Other people say that you go ahead and do it, we take it. You'll not get any money from it or generate any revenues for yourself because we're doing that. And they generate revenues from everything I do. Even make a mockery of my life, creating their own sideline stories, largely in pornography and degenerate behavior. This is the mailbox. And this is my mail. I already got the mail, but I just want to show. I'm legally here and I have my mailbox key. This is 12A. I put even part of my business card on that box. there. I put the label on it. Mail already taken though from early when I exited. Went to a library to try to figure out what's going on with my YouTube because the playlist that's interesting has been corrupted somehow. It doesn't open up for me on the phone. So I had to do whatever I could do to put my latest upload that has my profile picture at the top of it to identify it as my own. I tried to do a thumbnail with a picture, and what happened instead is that it crashed the That's Interesting playlist on my phone. It won't open up, but at the library it opened up. So I was able to adjust the picture that I did with the voicemail of my profile picture. I was able to adjust it. So it's at the top of That's Interesting. This is the lobby at 43 Columbia Street. The trash room over there, the stairs going upstairs. And there's, it's closed today, but there is another business right there. Here's the elevator. And past the elevator, when you go to the wall that says fire exit, there you go. To the right of that is my office, my commercial space. I put my business cards out here, tape them to the window, the glass pane, so it could be seen. Today is Thursday, August 28th, 2028, 2005. Time right now is 3:10. And my key to the door. This is my space. The overhead light is just not working. It's barely working. So they need to put in new lights, but I don't. They could do that when I leave. I just brought my lamps out and put that in the entryway. Move them from one place and put them in the entryway. All right. As you enter into this space here, I have pictures. Let me see if I can turn on some of these lights. All right. I have pictures. This one I found as someone was cleaning out a restaurant and they were discarding it. I took it because the frame is beautiful. It's seriously very heavy wood. And they were throwing away a beautiful frame. I like the frame. So I made sure I was able to acquire it. I had to carry it, and someone volunteered to help me drive it to where I was initially when I came into Bangor. It was a short-term, I forgot the name of it. It was a hotel that they call, I forgot the name of it too. But anyway, had to take it there and then transport it here when I was able to come in. The lease starts at October 1st, 2024, and then it ends September 30th, 2025. I was able to get a 2-month extension on that lease till November. So I can exit this place, at least try to transition out of here, hopefully, with all these applications I'm putting in for subsidy housing. Especially I had to use my age, senior, and potentially going homeless because I have no place to be. My Social Security income is all I have, and it's less than $1,100. That's it, and food stamp. So anyone who's telling you that I'm living well, and I've been living well, and they've been treating me well, it's an absolute lie. I've been impoverished for most of my years here in the United States. As an adult person, I've had just meager income, and now it's even less than meager. So it's at poverty level. Poverty level is 15,000 in the United States. I make less than poverty level, and I just began. I'm saying what is truth. This is how I've been treated, and they say it's still too much because they're looking to make sure I have no place to be. And the rent here is $600 now, but it's going up to $800. Can't afford it. Can't afford it. Now on my 1,077 a month Social Security retirement, forced into retirement because there was no work, and if I didn't get this little bit of money, I wouldn't even be able to pay rent. So that's what I could do to hold on or dangle on a string, and so I wouldn't come crashing down with nothing. So what I just showed was the entryway. It's not well lit because of, or not well lit because of the light. The overhead lights need to be replaced. But this is what I've decorated, and now I have to store these items because they won't be able to stay here. Why not? Because I'm not going to be here. I was told to exit because they won't accommodate me any beyond November 30th. They won't accommodate my stay while I try to find a suitable housing that I could afford. So I have to figure out what I can afford, which I know. I have to see if anybody will respond. So I have a storage. I have storage at all purpose storage. I'm paying for it. Nothing is in there yet, but it's best to have that secured because you never know when you have to make a quick exit and then find out there is no storage. And so I'm paying for it, although it's empty. I paid part of August, and the first of the month they are demanding money, of course, and they're taking that the first of the month. So I have everything ready. I'm paying for empty storage just in case, because I need to put these things someplace. This is the second enclosed area, or actual room. The rest was entryway. I decorated very nicely. So there it goes. This I got at Antique Marketplace, or Antique Marketplace. I think it's Antique Marketplace on Main Street here in Bangor. It's less than 2 blocks away. It goes north. This block here is Columbia Street, and north of that 1 block is Main Street, and they're virtually by the corner, not far from the corner. So it's a block and a half away. And as you can see from the opening of this video, this entire section looks very low-key. It's not high towers and high buildings as you see in major metropolitan areas. It's very town-like, and so you don't feel the rush as you would if you were in a bigger city. But this is the scenario for this is the biggest city in this area in the eastern Maine, I was told. One of the biggest city in this locale. The biggest population, I was told, in Bangor. And it has satellite cities or townships around them. They themselves are cities, but they rely on this city for some major networking. A lot of the federal buildings are in this city. And so one could do business here if that was granted. I don't believe it was granted. I'm being locked out all the time. So what I did was have my business card. I went to the printers who printed my initial business cards, and I asked them to update it for me with my photo, the photo that I've been circulating on my YouTube. This one here. Now I'm asking them to add the picture. The photo should go to the side. This way there's no confusion who's who, because people are clever. I've been circulating this particular business card, and I've gotten the cognizant awareness that other people have been using it because it doesn't have my name on it. I wasn't trying to highlight my name, I was trying to highlight the company, Macgyver Design. And so people have been using that and using my flyer and circulating it and finding ways to replace me with my own business cards. So I'm making a new one with my picture on it. I've got quite a few business cards with pictures on them. I have quite a few business cards where people put their pictures on them, and I think that's what I need to do, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll put my picture on my card. This is the first tier design. And why is it first tier? Because I've used things that were largely not high styling props or anything like that. Things that you could buy in a discount store, things that you can buy in a thrift store, things that you could pick up on the street, things that you can makeshift and make it look like something by combining the materials that you can find or thrift or you have in your garage. These bouquets that you see, branch and leaf, I designed them myself. I designed this one myself. Actually had more leaves on it, but the best part of this is the height. When it had more leaves on it, it would be good. But it took a while for me to get it into a stationary position, and that some of those leaves fell. But it has the height and it has a dark color that's really impressive when you see it. Yeah, close up indeed. This bouquet I also collected and bought the vase at the antique marketplace on Main Street. I bought this little hanging yellow potted plant. It's artificial, actually. That is from, they call it the Attic. That's a thrift shop that's associated with a Catholic school. And the funds go to facilitate that school. I picked up branches and leaves, etc. and tried to make this space filled up with things that were easy to acquire. That added decor and gave it an upscale look without necessarily an upscale price. And this is what I call first tier design. It's not the extraordinary. It's not the extraordinary props that you're using. It's the ordinary props that if placed in a certain position and given the space and the highlight it needs to stand, then it stands together as a collection, as a unique ensemble. Whereas by themselves they can say, so what is it? But together it looks as a wow appeal. Let's say, when you walk into an office room like this, and you look at it, you have the tables here as well as a nice decor. You end up thinking that it's more costly than it is because of the placement of items. This right here is a wheel, a hubcap, right? I found it about 3 weeks ago. Just on the sidewalk. I decided to take it and see if I can use that to hang and give the wall some kind of special unique touch. As you can see, it's a hubcap. And I would put LED lighting around it in the back if I had the opportunity to do so, and the money as well. And make it a nice feature point, especially in the evening time. Of course, the LED light would be by remote control. So no cords hanging. So that's one section here. This is a log, or part of a tree that I found. It was discarded. It was just dumped on the side. But I decided that I'll take it and turn it into a piece for a table. See, there are stones and things like that. By themselves, they don't stand out. But together as collective, they do stand out. This hubcap can be dipped in precious metal, silver, gold, bronze, and turn it to something quite unique and exquisite. although it started simple. So if somebody was working for someone and they said, I would like that, but do something with it so it looks like it belongs in the main area for display. People, they bronze children's shoes, they can bronze this too. Or whatever precious metal that they usually use, or give it the tone that it wants, they could do it. And it could be done, and then all of a sudden, a hubcap can turn into a special item, especially if it's a car that you like, or was given to you. And you can't even fix the motor, but you do have pieces that you can actually put together and make it look unique and bring up the quality of a lot of simple things. That will be second tier design. This is the closet right here. Second tier design. See, this is the closet. Would be the elements themselves being upgraded and new purchases to add more quality. But without all that extra spending, just at the first inception, at first tier design, you can make a lot of ordinary things seem extraordinary by placement and some embellishment. And that's what I did. As I did mention, I did all these little bouquets here. Leaf and branch, I dried them, and I try to make this place seem upscale, and it catches the eye in an upscale way. And this is a rug that I bought, an area rug that I bought at the Goodwill. No one seemed to have wanted it, but it caught my eye. It's very large. And it only cost $15. No one saw it because I didn't really go through it. It was placed in the linen section, and I was wondering, what kind of linen is this? When I opened it up, it said, oh, it's a beautiful area rug. And it was placed here, and it's only, what, $15. This is a great find. And so I took it. And this is something, this rug here, I bought this at the antique marketplace on Maine. This chair, $10 at Goodwill. This branch and leaf, I actually made that design. This upturned floor lamp, a short upturned floor lamp, I got at All Smalls Antiques in Brewer. Not far from here, because it's a foot walk. Just go over the bridge. It wasn't deep into Brewer. If you didn't know, you would think you were still in Bangor. Very short walk. And this is my praise presentation. It's my Sabbath table. It's gotten a bit elaborate. And the bouquet here, branch and leaf bouquet, I designed that myself. And the staff, the rod, this, yes, like a royal scepter, a royal staff. I designed that myself. Here is a blown up picture of my business. I registered it. I only thought about it here in Bangor, thinking about how to be self-sufficient. I do like designing. So, well, I could do that. And so I got my business card, I got my license. The business license came on Friday, October 4th. I went and got that. And so that's quite official. The city clerk, notary, public. This was done. And the state of Maine. Here's my name, Sharon M. Atkinson. And the name of the company. It's a design consulting company. Business as sole proprietor thereof, and to adopt the name, style, and designation Macgyver of Design in the conduct of said business. And that's me. So somebody else may have or decide that they would like to presume to be me, but I'm the one with the registration on October 4th, 2024, and I blew it up and left it here so no one would be confused. Seems like I'm not good enough to be me, according to some people. but I'm good enough for them to pretend to be me. But I'm not good enough to be me. And so it goes on. It goes on because people who do practice identity theft, they do it to the rich, the poor, regardless of your race, ethnicity, your age. It's just what's done. They do it to elderly people too, bankrupt people, and just take their money. This is my guitar. I do actually practice it, and I have 7 songs I'd like to do, and I'm becoming well acclimated in the songs that I'm practicing. And it's not without flaw, but it does sound like good music. when I get a good flow for it, it does sound identifiable and noticeable. So this is the space that I have here as Macgyver of design, doing business here and doing live, work, live here, home office. And so since that's no longer the situation that's going to be granted under new lease terms, I do have to go. And because I only have this much money, $1,077 Social Security retirement, I can't afford it. So I do have to go for those main 2 reasons. Yes. And then again, right here. This is the part of the anterior foyer or foyer, the entryway. And this picture here, if it can be seen clearly enough, I think it's rather unique. Although I did buy it at one of the, they call it box stores. I think I purchased it either on Amazon or Walmart online, one of those. And I gave it a nice frame. And if you look for it in Amazon and Walmart, you probably won't find it unless you decide to replicate it. Why? Because when I looked for it again, I couldn't find it. This was supposed to be the last one that they were producing, and I was able to get it. So that's why this is mine. Because I figured maybe I'll leave it and just buy it when I get here. And then I looked to see if I could buy it when I get here through Walmart or Amazon, and then realized that they didn't have any more of it. So I took it with me, folded up, and then I had somebody stretch it and put a frame on it for me at Michael's. And they did a pretty good job of stretching it and reframing it. The frame I picked out, and it was good. And so this is the setup of where I'm living currently until I move out of here in either September or November. I doubt if I'm going to be moving out here as quickly as September if I don't have someplace to go. I might need that extra time till November. Let's see what I can do to find, see if any subsidized housing applications come through, or find a room. Find a room that I could afford. Okay, so that's my circumstances, and this is where I live in Bangor, Maine. That's 43. That is 43 Columbia Street, 12A. That's on the ground floor. It's not upstairs. Sharon M. Atkinson. Today is August. Today is August 28, 2025. The time right now is 3:32 p.m. And I think I said enough, or maybe more than I should say, but it's complete enough. And I didn't do any harm or foul by just stating my own circumstances. And so my own circumstances are like this. So anybody walking around saying they're living the high life and they're Macgyver of design and this is their place, and no, I'll be gone. And they're only presuming to be me because I